All right, so here we have the Soundcore Life A2 NC Plus. So the Plus is what you want to pay attention to here because this is the latest drop from our friends at Soundcore. Now, there wasn't a bunch of fanfare, there wasn't a bunch of advertising around this. This was just a new earbud that was brought to my attention, not even by Soundcore. I actually went and bought this off of Amazon myself. It is available right now. When I was kind of trolling through the Reddit, like the subreddits around Anchor, I noticed that there was a new set of earbuds. I was like, you know what? Let me pick these up. Let's see if there's anything different between the Life A2 NC Plus and the original Life A2 NC. But for kicks, we're also going to talk about the Soundcore Life P3. So first up, let's do this. So there are some differences, and we are going to be talking about that. But first, let me give you just kind of a quick lightweight unboxing. How about that? So let's do this. Let me go ahead and pop these open. You can see, and we're going to get the standard Soundcore unboxing experience. I would say this is their standard experience. This isn't like the super premium, like the Liberty 3 Pro or anything like that. So go ahead and get that out of there. You kind of got this in a plastic tray. Now, normally these are wrapped up in this like plastic bag. I already pulled them out because I wanted to go ahead and get them paired up and made sure that they were charged up and everything. Here you got your usual books, quick start guide, things of that nature. So you can go ahead and get rid of those. And right here you see you get your Anchor USB-C to USB-A cable with the little cable strap. You also get 4 different ear wing tip sizes, and you get 4 different sizes of ear tips right here. And they also include another set that's already inside on the earbuds themselves. These ear tips aren't bad per se, but I'll probably end up swapping these out with a set of the Spinfit CP360s, as I do prefer the way that those fit and seal inside of my ears. So just something to keep in mind. But that's basically what you get in the package. There really isn't anything else there. Like there's nothing back on the bottom. So that's pretty much it right there. So we'll go ahead and take those out. As you can see, the case, it's like they're like, we got twins here. Look, they're pretty much identical. So try not to get them mixed up and move that one off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and put this box and get it out of the way. So let's get that out of the way here. You guys are just watching me go through all these steps live because that's how we're doing it. Uh-oh, did I just rip it? Fail. F in the chat for the box. But that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes when you're doing this live. So let's see what else we got going on here. Just checking the chat real quick. It says, look for Spinfit Super Bowl commercial. Dude, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Oh, man. That would be funny. Says Soundcore has a Valentine's Day sale. I'm not surprised. You'll see a lot of companies doing that. I think Soundcore is doing that. I believe One More is doing that as well. So I would not be surprised by that one bit. Would not be surprised by that one bit. You got to get those sales in while you can, especially right now. We're already past the Q4, already past the holiday season. So they got to get it where they can. So let's go back to the earbuds here real quick. So let's go ahead and pop open the case here so you can see. Let me go ahead and remove that. JLP's in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? So there we are. So these are the Soundcore Life A2 NC Plus. As you can see, they really look pretty much identical to the previous version. So, I mean, you've got the silver Soundcore logo there. So not a huge difference. Design-wise, the way that they slip into their case, I mean, the case is the same. You still got the USB-C port here covered up, reset button on the bottom. So overall, still the same thing. Now here we got the Life A2 NC, the standard one. As you can see, I've already got the Spinfit tips on these because that's just how I roll. Still the same design. So essentially the same earbuds. But like I said, there are some subtle changes that were made to this new version, and we're going to be talking about those for sure. Yeah, BJ, that's definitely coming soon. That's actually a video that I am currently working on. So I stopped production for that video to do this stream, basically. So I'm pulling double duty here, man, but I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to make it happen for everybody. So all right, Life A2 NC Plus. So obviously we already saw what was in the box, so don't have to go over that. So what are the differences, right? What's the differences between these two earbuds? Aside from the fact that if you just held them both, you really wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be completely honest. Like just looking at them, you can't really tell. Like honestly, you can't really tell. So what's the main differences here? So overall, they're the same size. So that's really neither here nor there. But the new version are featuring Bluetooth 5.2, where the old version are featuring Bluetooth 5.0. Now, is that going to make a huge difference day to day? Not necessarily. I mean, you might see some extra range, like if you leave your phone behind when you're wearing your earbuds, but on a day to day, you're not going to see a huge difference between Bluetooth 5.0 and 5.2. The beauty of having 5.2 is you're maybe a little more future proof, if anything, but it's not going to be any sort of a game changer and should never really be a deal breaker for you, to be completely honest. The main difference here that I've seen so far, spec wise, is on the NC Plus versus the NC, you're actually going to get stronger battery, both on the charging case itself and in the earbuds themselves. So, on the earbuds themselves, now we're getting an 11-hour playback time on a single charge versus the 7 hours we were getting on the regular NCs. Now, obviously, this is with noise cancellation turned off. I still have to test what the battery life is with noise cancellation turned on, but I'm expecting that to be very good overall. So, and then on the case themselves, originally the case here gave you an additional 35 hours, where on the NC Plus, you're actually getting 55 hours. So, we're definitely seeing an increase in battery life for both the earbuds and the case. There's also been a change made to the fast charging feature. And by fast charge, if you're unfamiliar, this is where you put the earbuds back into the case for a couple minutes in case they're dead, and it'll give you a quick charge so you can go back to listening to them. Maybe you just happen to forget to charge them. So on the NCs, the standard version, the quick charge would give you for 10 minutes, you would get about an hour and a half, so about 90 minutes. On the NC Plus, on the quick charge for 10 minutes, you're now getting 4 hours. So this is definitely a battery upgrade from what we've seen on the previous version. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know if it's just because of the well, let me rephrase that. As far as I know, going to a newer chipset, something with Bluetooth 5.2 is supposed to be higher efficiency. So this could be where they're pulling this extra battery life from. It could also be that they're using more efficient batteries in the earbuds in the case, so they're able to pull more hours out of it. So this is a nice battery upgrade for those people that want to make sure that they have plenty of power to listen to their earbuds or their podcasts, or maybe you're somebody who uses earbuds at work. I know a lot of people that use one earbud halfway through the day and then swap to another one. So, this could be a really, really good option for you when it comes to battery life. One of the other things, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and close these out because they're going to be trying to pair with my phone here. So, what we're going to do here is there's another difference that I noticed, and that was in the app. So, let's go ahead and open up the Soundcore app. So, we're pulling out the NC Pluses here. Let's get these two guys out of the way. Let's go ahead and open up the Soundcore app here. Let's see. All right. So as you can see, I've got the Soundcore app in dark mode here. This is on Android, just for anybody who might be wondering. So this is on Android. NC Plus are connected. So let's go ahead and jump in. So one of the bigger things that I noticed here with this now, as far as your EQs, you still get all your default EQs. So you get your signature, you can do your customization. I have it set on piano, and then I go ahead and do some customization to it. But the reason that I set it on piano is piano really wakes up the volume on your Soundcore earbuds. So for whatever reason, if you feel like your Life A2 NCs or your Life P3s or any of them aren't loud enough for you, try that piano tune. That'll definitely wake up the volume. Believe you me. So definitely try that out if you haven't done it. But yeah, so I went ahead and set it there. But as far as I can tell, they all have, both the Life A2 NCs and the NC Pluses. They both have the same amount. They have your 22 presets. You can do your custom. You still have the multi-mode noise cancellation. So you still have your ability to do your transport indoor and outdoor. Transparency mode, you still have fully transparent and vocal mode. Then you have your normal. So that's still the same on all of these as far as I've been able to tell. Controls, this is where you see the difference. So on controls, the Life A2 NC, the old version, you did not have the option for single tap, much less customization of single tap. So we have single tap controls added here. So now you can customize a single tap, your double tap, and your long press. So you have the ability. And if you want to turn off single tap, you can do that as well. So if you want to avoid any sort of accidental touches, because there are people who have an issue with accidental touches, so they'll go ahead and turn off single tap. You have the option. I wish this was an option for more earbuds out there. I love what Soundcore is doing here with that. So definitely like having that toggle there. So far, that's the only difference I've been able to find. As far as the earbud controls themselves, you still have your auto power off, your touchstone, updating firmware, things of that nature. So overall, the app is still pretty much the same, with the exception of that touch control setting. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then just to answer the question, Sean, yes, this is my Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite that I've been using for earbud testing. So yeah. Let's see here. So that's what it is. That's the main difference as far as the differences go between both your Life A2 NC Plus and the Life A2 NC. So those are the main differences. When we get into the comparison against the Life P3, there's some more stark comparisons there, and we'll be talking about why I normally recommend the P3s over the A2 NCs. We'll get into that a little bit as well. Yeah, Soundcore app is definitely top notch, BJ. Yeah, 100%, man. They definitely have set a standard on what apps can be, especially in the budget space. Hopefully companies like Soundpeats, Earfun, Tozo, some of the up and coming earbud brands out there, I hope they're paying attention. I hope they're paying attention because there is a standard that's been set, and Anchor is, Soundcore. They're not playing games. So just something to keep in mind. All right. So let's see here. Now, let me do this. So I'm gonna give them a quick live listen. So let me see here. Hold on. Still no wireless charging in the case. You know what? Actually, Luca, sorry, Chris, that is an excellent question. Is there wireless charging on this case? I don't believe so, but let's test it. Let's test it right here. Hold on. So let me pull out my wireless charger here. So I got my wireless charger right here, and let's go ahead and plug that in. There we go. All right, so we got it plugged in. So let's make sure that we are live. So the Life E3s do feature wireless charging. So let's go ahead and drop those on, make sure that this thing is working. Okay, and yep, we are charging. Yep. All right, so let me lift it up so you guys can see it. Man, no, way to slip up there. All right, let's try it again. One more time. Yep. So we are charging. So Life P3 is working, wireless charger is working. So let's try the case for the Life A2 NC Plus. We got nothing. So it just blinks basically when it's not, because you see these lights aren't blinking. So yeah, nope. Good question, Chris. But unfortunately we still do not have any wireless charging on the Life A2 NC Plus. That would have been a good touch. That would have been another little thing to be like, you know what, we're just gonna put these over the top a little bit. That would have been cool. But unfortunately, we do not have that. But yeah, that was an excellent question. I'm glad you brought that up. So we're able to kind of answer that question right here on the spot. Yeah, no, you're right. That is kind of sad. I wish that was the case here, but unfortunately, it is not it. All right. So as far as sound difference, we're going to try both here real quick. So I'm going to pull these headphones off. We're going to try both the NC Plus and the Life NCs, A2 NCs, to see if there's any sort of a sound difference between the two. I'm going to EQ them both the same way, just to make sure that we're listening, on an even level, same song and everything. So let's try them out. All right. Okay. Okay. And let's do this. So let's take it over to the ELJEFE test playlist, and let's do them. Hey, and for some reason we are not paired. Why are we not paired here? Gotta love the technical issues. Bluetooth. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. So we've got that standard Soundcore sound, right? Exactly what we expect from Soundcore, which is the dynamic. You get that bass, you get the little bit of boosted bass in there. You get that crispy treble. So it's that Soundcore sound that we expect. Same thing you're going to get from the Live P3s. Same thing you're going to get from the Liberty Air 2s. So that's the type of sound that we expect. So let's take a quick listen here to the Life A2 NCs to see if I hear any bit of a difference. So let's pop those in. Let's see what we got. Oh, that was fast. They paired up before I even had them in my ears. All right. Same song. Destiny Rogers, Westlake. Okay. So it could be that I'm getting some sort of a placebo effect here, but it almost feels like the NC pluses might have been louder. And a quick way to find out if this is actually the case is going to be to measure them with a decibel meter here real quick. So let's do that too. Let's see here. Let me go through the chat real quick just to make sure. Um, Let's see. And I was thinking Soundcore added single tap through an update. Not sure if they did it to all pairs though. Yeah. So I heard about that on the NCs that some people got single tap and some didn't. I know on the NC Plus it has it on them, so you don't have to worry about having to take care of that. But it'd be cool if they do add that to like all of them. So, which is pretty interesting. John said I was just looking at these buds today at Target. Nice. Let's see. If you are not live, this is getting into the supernatural. No, I'm definitely live, man. Let's see. Says I bought the Liberty 3 Pros, had to send them back due to Android gaming latency. Yep, I talked about that in my review. I didn't notice it on any YouTube reviews. It's something you test. I've just seen. See, that's the problem is you didn't actually see my review. Yeah, man. So listen, this is one of the things that always happens, and I'm a lesser known channel. That's just the bottom line. I'm a lesser known channel, but I do test for latency. This is something I test, and I'm not the only one. Picky Reviews, he tests latency. Kenneth Tanaka, he tests latency. Sozen Gadgets, he tests latency. So, but yeah, with the Liberty 3 Pros, they're not really a gaming earbud for anyone playing competitive games. Like casual games, you can get away with it, but if you're listening with something like LDAC, no way. And it's something that it's just not going to work. If you wanted a set of sound cores for gaming, you would want to get the Life P3, which are these bad boys right here, the Life P3s. These actually have a dedicated gaming mode, like a low latency mode. So those would be the ones you want to roll with for sure. But that's, yeah, the Liberty 3 Pros, I don't recommend them for gaming. If you want to listen to music and watch your movies and stuff like that, they're great. But for like competitive shooting games, nope, no way, man. Let's see. Um, let's see here. Okay. All right. So aptX is only on Android, correct? Yeah, right now only Android is supporting aptX codec. So as far as we know, Apple is doing SBC and AAC being their own. But pretty sure Apple's going to be doing something different pretty soon. So yeah. So let's do this because I was having that placebo effect and I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to go ahead and let's do one at a time here. So let me go ahead and pick out a song here, and let's get a quick reading on the volume because something's definitely up there. What is going on here? Why is it not pairing? Okay, let's try that again. Nope, still doing it. All right. Yeah, phones. I'm always switching Bluetooth connections, so it's just like it gets confused about what's actually working and what isn't. It's like, what are you connected to? Why do you keep disconnecting things from me? All right, so we're trying that again. Let's see if it works this time. So sorry about the hold up in the dead air. I'm just trying to make sure I'm testing these out to make sure that we're seeing anything. Because the reason that I'm doing it for anybody who just popped in is I just tested the NC Plus versus the NC, but the NC Plus feel like they're a little bit louder, and it could just be placebo. Like I could just be imagining it, but I want to measure it to see if I'm losing my mind or if it's if it's for real. So all right, hang on. All right, so let's go ahead and give them a quick measurement here. See what we got. Oh, oops. I hit the actual touch sensor on it. So we're hitting about 102 decibels on these guys. So definitely not the loudest earbuds on the market, but 102. All right. So let's put those away. And then let's swap them over to the NC Plus and let's see what's up. Let's give that a second to disconnect because I don't want to get confused again. There it goes. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Make sure we're all the way up here. Oop. Oh no, these are definitely louder. Look at this. 106 decibels peak. So yeah, that's a noticeable performance difference right there. And I could even hear it when I turn them up max and I don't actually have them in my ears. I can hear them louder just sitting on my desk. So that's a noticeable difference right there that I didn't even have like in my notes until we tested it right now. But yeah, the NC Plus are wow, man, they're like almost a good 5 dB louder, which is that's a definite difference in sound because I have them both set up on the same EQ. So both of them are using the piano EQ. They're both tuned the exact same way. So I know my Soundcore tune. I know exactly which one it is. That's why I set them up both up at the same time. But that's a noticeable difference in volume, like easily. So that's interesting. So that's something to keep in mind. So anybody who's like wondering which one to get, like basically, if you're in the market right now, because you can get the NCs and you can get the NC pluses right now on Amazon, and you probably find these at like Target, probably, Walmart, Best Buy, stuff like that. Get the NC plus, look for that plus right there. So you definitely want to do that because you don't want to end up with the with, well, basically I guess the quieter of the two, but also the one that has less battery life. You want to make sure you get in the one that has, you're going to get the full, anywhere from 11 hours of playback time. So you want to make sure you have all the additional features. But also, let's do this. Let's share the screen real quick. We're going to take it over to Amazon really fast. So they sort of have a breakdown here, as you can see, where we can see what the differences are between some of their earbuds. So they kind of give us a sort of like a schematic. Life A2 NC is going to be the one. NC Plus is on this end. NC is all the way on the other end. Not sure why they do that, but whatevs. We're just going to do a quick look. So playtime per charge, 11 hours on the Plus, 7 hours on the A2. Obviously 55 hours versus 35. Fast charging 10 minutes for 4 hours instead of 10 minutes for 1.5. IPX5 is still the same. So your IP rating still remains the same. Bluetooth 5.2 versus Bluetooth 5. You still get single usage mode, so that definitely still works. So no issues there. You still get the app access, of course. And then after that, that's pretty much it from as far as we can tell. Like I don't see anything else. So, and then when I was testing the noise cancellation from one to the other, let's do this really quick here. So when I was testing the noise cancellation from one to the other, I didn't hear a huge difference between them, like almost negligible. So I made sure I was using the same tips, both just the stock Soundcore tips and the Spinfit tips, and I didn't hear a huge difference between the two. So I think noise cancellation overall remains the same on the NC versus the NC Plus, so no differences there. So yeah. So let's see what else we got going in the chat here. Let's see. Let's see here. If Soundcore is going to release a new pair every 3 minutes, they should focus on different sound signatures. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I guess they probably don't think of it that way because they give you 22 different sound signatures on their app. But I agree. It'd be kind of cool if they did have something like just straight bass head, right? Because right now they're trying to hit the middle ground with their signature, but something straight bass head, and then give them something kind of neutral, and then maybe give something that's more treble focused. So I don't know. That would be kind of cool to see that, like different flavors, but from Soundcore. Like that would be kind of nice. Yo, C Butler, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. Let's see. All right, in the P3s. So let's see here. Yes, they have dual connect, which is you can use them individually, but they don't have dual connect like multi-point. So the only multi-point earbuds that we have from Soundcore are the Liberty 3 Pros. So yeah, we don't have any of that yet. Yo, Tech King Mike in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? All right. So let's do the Life P3. Actually, you know what? Just real quick, just for giggles, let's do a quick volume test on the Life P3s, just so we can see where they land. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset this. All right, max, and let's hit it. Okay. I keep turning the volume down on them because I'm holding the earbuds. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good grip on them. Okay. Man, I cannot get a good grip on these, and every time I get a good grip, I turn them down. Apologies, my apologies. So I keep trying to turn them all the way max. Not as loud, which is interesting. We're not breaking 100 dB with these guys, which is wild. Oh, you know what? My mistake. My mistake. I didn't even set the EQ. Hold on a sec here. That is my mistake. Let's go in, connect these here. All right. So just for fairness, let's go ahead and put it on the camera. So let's make sure we're doing this right. So EQ, signature, and we're set the Soundcore signature. Let's go piano. And then custom +3. Lower that. And then there we go. +1. Okay, perfect. All right. Now let's see what we get. Let's go ahead and reset this and make sure we're at full volume here. Okay. $107.3 so far. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like it's about 107.3. So yeah, so these are, so we got the Life P3s. These are going to be obviously louder, you know, from what you could tell here. So it looks like we've got that in the order of NC plus. P3s are still a bit louder. So as you can see. Now, when we talk about features, I shouldn't have closed that. When we talk about features, Life P3, automatically, I mean, it's USB-C, comes in a bunch of different colors. It's also wireless charging. Just keep that in mind. But when you look at the app, there is a huge difference in what you actually have available to you when it comes to features on the Life P3 versus the Life A2 NC and NC Plus. So big difference here. So ambient sound, obviously, you get your multi-mode sound stuff, right? You get your fully transparent vocal mode as well, transport, indoor, outdoor. So multi-mode, ANC, and ambient modes. There's your gaming mode. So if you want to do low latency gaming, they've got you covered with a gaming mode. Only Soundcore earbuds that I'm aware of that offer this feature. So you get your EQs, default, customs, all of that as well. Controls. So single tap, double tap, long press. So you've got those as well. And then on top of that, you get an ear tip fit test and you get the superior sleep function. So if you want to wear your earbuds for sleeping, anything like that, you can have all the different types of sounds that you want. So this is something like, I mean, these are additional bells and whistles, you know, but you have these options in here that aren't available in the other earbuds. Considering the fact that price-wise, the P3s and the N2, or sorry, the Life A2 NC Plus are very close in price. So, which is kind of wild, right? For me personally, unless you don't like stem style, and there are people, which is completely fair, if you're not a fan of stem style earbuds like this, then the NC Plus is going to be the way you want to go if you want to rock with one of the new Soundcore earbuds. That's the NC Plus right there. But if you're not worried about having a stem style earbud, then the P3 is still the best value that you can get from Soundcore right now. And half the time, they're usually priced really similarly, which is kind of the craziest thing when it comes to Soundcore's earbuds. Let's go ahead and bring them up here real quick. And let's see here. So let's do this just for giggles. Soundcore Life P3. So the NC Pluses right now are 75. Life P3, let's find them, are 71 bucks right now on Amazon. So that's just something to keep in mind. So anyone who happens to be looking at them, who is trying to shop around and decide, you know what, I'm trying to figure out what's the right earbud for me, then I would definitely have to say right now, the better value between the Soundcore Life A2 NC Plus and the Life P3 is going to be the Life P3. So you might not be getting the battery life that you're getting out of the NC Plus, but you're going to get an overall larger feature set out of these earbuds. In my opinion, the better value of the two. But if battery life is the thing that you really, really need, if you live and die by battery life on your earbuds, then the NC Pluses are going to be the way to go. So you have those two options. If you want more flexibility, if you want the gaming mode, if you want overall features, if you want wireless charging, then the P3s, 100%. So that's really what it comes down to. And then when it comes to the NC, the regular NCs versus the NC Plus, it's a no-brainer. The NC Plus is going to be the way that you want to go. That's going to be a no-brainer right there, because you're going to get better battery life out of them. You're going to get single touch control out of them. You're going to get higher volume. I think by far the higher volume was the biggest surprise that we've seen in this live stream. So that's going to be the way that you want to roll. So NC, regular NC versus NC Plus, go with the NC Plus. And then Live P3 versus the NC Plus. For me personally, I'm going to go with the Live P3. But if battery life is your jam, then the NC Plus is a good option. But those are the new ones, man. That's my word. That's my word on these new ones.